Mindy, if you don't mind, I'm going to use your cards. First of all, I would love to thank the host who's not here and the hostess. Thank you very much for hosting this. And I have to say this, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of people that are here today. I'm used to seeing my friends in Sham Rim in their windbreakers. I figured when I heard it was going to be at 1354 Carroll Street, I actually thought Mendy and Gotti were going to bring me downstairs and just like give me like a blanket party and put a blanket over my head, hug me a few times and say thanks and send me on my way. But I have to say again, just with everybody here, again, I have to thank you all. I remember exactly where I was when I got the phone call that I was going to be the new commanding officer of the 7-1. And it's not because it's Crown Heights, but it really is, in my opinion, the crown jewel of New York City. You know, as the chief said, and about the persons who've worked here before and where they've gone, I don't know where I'm going to go, but I have to tell you this, if I stay where I am, I'd be a really, really happy man. To work in this kind of an environment, because when I got that phone call, I was actually out to dinner with my wife. It was a Friday night, and I had a little bit left on my plate. Chief Monahan, who was the borough commander at the time, called me up and told me about it. I hung up the phone, and my wife said, "What's the matter with you? You know, like you look gray." And I was like, it was very unexpected. I said that I'm going to be the new commanding officer in the 71st Precinct starting Wednesday, October 30th. She's like, well, is that a good thing? I go, it's a great thing. I said, but, you know, totally unexpected. But then what happened was I got a few phone calls giving me condolences. Going to the 71st Precinct. It's a lot. You know, and again, wishing me luck, but again, farewell, so to speak. And I have to tell you, just knowing the history, being that I just completed my 30th year in January, you know, I knew the history of Crown Heights and what has gone on here in the past with the events that have gone on, and you know, and then when I'm hearing the lineage of the people that were here, I'm like, boy, I hope I can do a good job. And at that point in time, I was a commanding officer for probably just under 6 years for 2 prior commands. But when I got here, again, really lucky man, because as you all know, commanding officers, they do come and we do go. And some you like more than others, for whatever the reasons may be. But I have to tell you something, and you'll all agree with me. I'm going to miss you, you're going to miss me, but Inspector Grandstaff is going to take great care of you. They didn't put him here for no reason. He's unbelievably qualified, and he really is going to do wonders here. But the person that you need the most, and I know the inspector's not here, and I hope he doesn't kill me for this one, but my friend Vinny Martinos, Detective Martinos. Leave Larry Taylor out, or my friend Frank Balzoni, who are really unbelievable community affairs officers. But I can say this now, in my 8 years and 2 months as a CO in 3rd Command, they are the best. And as I said, when it comes time for the retirement party of a certain Detective Martinos, I don't know if I'm going to attend it because you may not let him go, and I don't know what you'll do to keep him. At some point in time, it says, hopefully he's got another 20 years here. But he was an unbelievable help to me.
We'll call his wife.
And to educate me with everything that went on and goes on. And you talk about a mentor. He was my mentor, and he helped me out tremendously. So you're very lucky he's still here. And you know, with the Inspector Grandstaff, I tried to fill him in on a lot of things, as you could fill him in for a day. And you know, I do speak with him occasionally. But again, Detective Martinos, I told him, I said, you don't listen to one person out of the 290 people that work for you in the 7-1. Listen to that one. I go, very good guidance. Just an unbelievable friend, an unbelievable helper. I tried to get him to go to narcotics with me, but
We won't let him go.
I didn't think so. But again, you know, with all the help, and I told Inspector Grantstaff that what makes this command the greatest command that I've ever worked in, and I can say, you know, with the others prior to, I had a lot of success there and enjoyed them. But with this one here, what made it so special, and to me, made it very easy to work here, was the community interaction. I've never had that. I mean, you know, I had community meetings all the time and whatever it may be, but to have people that live and breathe and bleed in a community that will do anything it's an unbelievable thing. I told Inspector Grantstaff, I go, you're a lucky man. I go, remember I told you this, I don't know what kind of phone calls that you got before you were coming here, but let me tell you something, when you leave, you're going to agree with me that it's the best committee you've ever had. So, and I have to say this with my friends Gotti and Mendy. I mean, I have to say, I had to bribe Mendy and Gotti to have a nice day for me. I wasn't going to let them not honor me, so whether they wanted to or not, they had to. And I was really, I love my, glad you had. Because if you all remember my friend Captain Tommy Burke, who's now the CO of the 6-3, he was part of the dynamic duo that I worked with in the, you know, in the 7-1 there for quite a while. Had to be at least a good year and change. They call Tommy Burke all the time. As I said, I feel like a stepchild. But today, I feel like I'm on top of the world.